Hello, guys. Today we're going to be going over our February monthly budget. So let's go ahead and get started. Second month of the year. Let's get you guys zoomed in so we can get to it. All right, let's do purple. We haven't done purple in a minute. So this is February monthly budget. All right. So we are planning to bring in $6,000 this month. I think this is so cool that we've hit that $6,000 because all last year, like our steady, consistent income was like 5,863. Like it just, I was like, oh, when are we gonna hit that 6,000? And given that my husband and I have not been in the work field that long, this is pretty amazing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our bills. And we have a few things going on. So let's start with our rent, of course. That is going to be $1,049. Then we're going to do our car insurance, which will be $220. Helium, which is our phone bills, is going to be $82. We did get this switched over and swapped to the $15. Well, it's the $30 plan, but they have like a deal where it will be $15 for the first 12 months. So we are switched over, but because we had to it was doing some weird stuff. We were waiting kind of on a refund for the prorated amount or whatever, because it charged us for the last month and like us switching over on my husband's phone. So I'm just going to leave that at the amount from last month just in case. And then our lights, we're going to plan for 150 since it's been consistently lower. Then we have our Wi-Fi. That's 132. I think this might end in March, so I'm going to have to call them. I mean, usually I can't talk to them until like the what is it? The not coupon ends, but until like this deal ends or the contract ends to see what deals they have. And then we're gonna invest 150, and then our subscriptions 154. We have a few things going down in subscriptions too, but I'm just going to keep it the same as last month. It's just to be safe and make sure that everything is cleared before we take it down officially. And then we're going to plan for a date night. We're going to just do $100. And then, y'all, this next thing, my goodness, your girl done got a ticket. What is school zone speeding ticket? Mm, mm, mm. Then I have a ticket right here, which I'm not going to show it because it has like my county on it and all that. But then the little camera goes off at 4 o'clock. The ticket time is 3:54 p.m. They know they ought to be ashamed. So that's $85. Mm. And let's go ahead and add this up and see what we have. So we have we have 1,049 plus 220 plus 82 plus 150 plus 132 plus 150 plus 154 plus 100 plus 85. All right, so that's $2,122 for our bills. Draw this little line. 2,122. All right. And then we're going to we can go over to our binders on this side. Binders, draw a line, nice. All right, so for our binders, we're gonna do our living binder, which is gonna get $850. And then we're gonna do our safety binder. So I'm gonna put $809 into Family Crisis because my brother, I sent this money to my brother because he's in college, as you know from past videos, and basically something messed up with his payment plan. Like they tried to pull the money at like 11, but they usually pulled it at 12. His card was locked. So then like with college, if the payment doesn't come out when they try to get it, then they terminate the payment plan. So he had to pay the rest of the year or the rest of the semester outright, and it was like $1,000.58. So he had 250, and then he didn't even y'all he didn't want to ask me because I always help my brother, but I told him, and I'm a first generation college student, so neither of my parents went to college, and of course like I graduated and all that stuff. So to see my siblings like trying to go to school, honey, if we can help, we're going to help. Now, my brother is gonna pay me back. He does have a job, he works and all that. He just didn't have the money, all at once. And then he gonna say, "Well, I'm just gonna put it on my credit card." No, you are not. I'm like, Peanut, if you put $1,000 on your credit card, what's your interest rate? Like, so I'm kind of trying to teach them along the way, and they're learning a lot. But I was like, that is not a good idea. So I said, we'll give it to you. You can just pay us back. So he's gonna pay us back February, March, and April because he gets paid next week. So he said he can, pay me, but we're just gonna do 270 for February, March, and April. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this money back into our envelope because just in case he doesn't pay me back, which I know he will, but you never know. If you don't have it to give, baby, don't give it. So that's why I'm just gonna put this back in there, and then the money he gives me, we'll just add it to our budget when we get it. I think that's just the best way to do that, and that was just what we decided to do, and that's all. All right. So for our binders, we have, let's see, 850. So 850 and 809. Okay, $1,659. So $1,659 for binders. And then we're gonna move on down to the debt and spending. So I'm just gonna move y'all down a little bit. All right, so for spending, we're gonna do 633. And then for debt over here, line. So our Wells Fargo loan is going to get its $1,000. Like, if we can't do extra, baby, it's got to get that 1,000. It's got to get that 1,000. So that's that. And then our student loans is going to get 288. And then our credit card is going to get 298. So I'm paying our credit card off by purchase just because it's interest free. It's not bothering me. It's not bothering anybody really. So I'm just paying this off by purchase until we finish that Wells Fargo loan, and then we'll, murder it. All right. So that is all for the debt category. So let's go ahead and trying to make sure y'all are not, y'all were a little cricket there. All right. So let's go ahead and add up the debt category. So we have $1,000 plus 288 plus 298. Okay, so that's 1,586. $1,586 for debt. And then let's make sure that everything is balanced and correct. So I'm gonna zoom y'all out just a little bit. All right, and then we have $6,000 for our budget. minus $2,122, minus $633, minus $1,659, minus $1,586. Okay, perfect. So this is a balanced budget. I hope that everybody enjoys their week, their weekend, all that good stuff. And so this is our rough plan for February, going into February. Like, really didn't need any goals for this month because this was unexpected. And guys, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Like, honey, nobody else had it. Nobody else had it. My sister was trying to give my brother like $250, but if the balance is $1,000, that 250, like, that's great, but it wasn't going to cover the balance, and they were going to drop him from his classes. And big sister was not about to let that happen. Okay. But this is our rough budget for February, and thank you guys for stopping in. Until next time, bye bye.